weird morals.
It's weird, right? Because he's usually like super uptight about everything, and then Halloween's just like the one time. And there's a bunch of Halloween episodes, and yeah, he does it every time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When they started all that Halloween shit when I was a kid, it didn't used to be like that.
Yeah.
And then they started all that shit, and I was like, motherfucker, you gotta be kidding me.
You can't have anything. And I bet, you know what? And we're recording. I say this with full clarity. I know who's responsible for it, too. The Druidish.
The Druid.
The Druidish.
I know I like to think so we do. You are absolutely right.
The dang Druish.
That and legally.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Mr. Cord? Oh my gosh, my camera's just all over. I'm just such a hot mess. I came home from Cord. I tell you what, I came home from Kansas City, and let me tell you, I'm a changed man. I got 6 toes now. I've got a compacted colon. Work took me to KC. So there was a Chiro learning seminar thing going on. And
You like to learn.
I do like to learn. I'm one of them learning types. And I walked on in there and I was like, hit me with your best learning, please.
That's knowledge.
Give me one knowledge. You got any knowledge laying around? Way back there? Hey? And they were like, sir, we're within 50 feet of a cafeteria. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And I was like, no. My God-given right to learn.
That's what he said.
And ain't nobody going to stop me from learning. Not even you, Cord. You can't do it. I'm sure Kara can help uncompact that colon if you ask nicely.
I know how to do that.
Cord, I'm a man. I can't ask women for help. Because that's how they steal my seed.
You know I'd be good at it.
Of that I have no doubt. She's also someone who likes to learn. Alright, make sure I ain't got no things I need to answer her.
Blue Ann apparently likes to learn.
She does. She loves Jesus. Which there ain't nothing wrong with loving Jesus.
Start being them people though.
Yeah, they're not great. They're not my favorite, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah?
Yeah?
Did I do it right, Mike?
Yeah.
Maiku? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Alright, so we're going to paint a... I'm not sure if it counts as an African American yet. Since it's 16... It's like the 1680s. Is that an African? It's not an African American, right? What is... How is that?
I guess it depends on if he was in Africa or America at that point in time.
Well, she's probably on Jamaica. So, no? I don't know.
I feel like maybe historically we had a different way of calling them that was appropriate.
I don't think there was any word they used for him back then that would have been even remotely appropriate. She is a lady of African descent in the 1680s, give or take.
She could be a voodoo witch.
So there is a famous lady on Jamaica. I was actually just reading about her yesterday. I was on a very long day of flying yesterday, and I got a chance to read all my... I finished all of my Blood and Plunder books. The only one I've read all of them. I've read them all.
I'm just saying, Blood and Plunder and Port Royal.
And yeah, technically and Port Royal, yeah. So I read them all. I don't have Fire on the Frontier yet, so that's the only one I haven't read. Just in absence of me owning it.
You're such a cute little prolific.
And there was someone in there, apparently she's like the patron saint of Jamaica in a lot of ways. Her name was Granny Nanny.
Granny Nanny?
Granny Nanny. And she's a character you can play in this game.
Awesome name.
And she's the leader of... She's one of the two leaders for the Maroons. Which the Maroons were the escaped slaves that lived in like the wilderness outside of, you know, towns or whatever, because they were obviously escaped slaves, so they were fighting. And the ones in Jamaica, the British just couldn't get rid of. Because they had these two people, these two really, really... Well, one, because they're very intuitive, you know, and they obviously were fighting for their freedom. Good reason to fight. And, yeah, apparently Granny Nanny...
fought more like guerrilla style.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
As opposed to British, like, it's time to line up like
yeah.
gentlemen.
Right, so they walk out there in line and just get shot to death.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a super interesting thing. Yeah, Nanny of the Maroons. Yeah, her name was Granny Nanny. And she has statues and stuff all over Jamaica, and she's like... She's kind of like the, and she's like the Joan of Arc of Jamaica.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's definitely like a patron saint kind of thing. And she's playable in the game. Like, you can play the Maroons in the game. Which is a pretty cool... Yeah, there's a lot of really cool, cool little neat factions in this game. I had no idea Maroons were a thing until I started playing this game, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Well, it's not cool, but it's interesting.
I think anybody who fights their way to freedom is pretty damn cool.
Oh, freedom! You can read, Mike. You read Kara's messages about your game tomorrow.
He did.
So, I'm painting Blood and Plunder today. Today I was originally planning on painting Chris's model. But, because Summer of Plunder's going on, and the English paint night is on Mondays, I've decided that I'm going to paint Blood and Plunder because I was asked by High Command to do that. She's a folk hero. She is very much a folk... Yeah, she's 100% a folk hero. Yeah, that's probably a better way to put it. Because I guess patron saint would imply Christianity or...
What?
A folk hero.
Oh, folk hero, yeah. I was thinking patron saint because I do kind of think of voodoo as like a religion. I think that she probably did too. She was a voodoo practitioner. So, to me, in that religion, she would be that patron saint.
Well, because voodoo comes from Louisiana. It's like a Haitian thing.
It's African in origin.
Yeah. But I don't really. I don't think Jamaica was. I don't know if Jamaica's really been tied to it.
No, I think it was. I think Jamaica was tied to it. I'm sure the chat can tell us.
Hey, Mike, go read a book about a very complicated racial, very extensive racial confusion-y type thing.
Only person who's whiter than this chat right now.
Cord, I need you to learn literally every single thing about the voodoo.
The voodoo.
Can you find information on the voodoo? Yeah, a saint would imply Catholicism. Yeah, right. Which she might have been. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, actually,
It didn't extend.
voodoo and Catholicism isn't that far off from each other. Right.
So, Summer Plunder's on. Me and Kara are on the board. We played Port Royal and started our little bands. I would say it was a big victory, but it could have gone either way. And it only happened because Drake, the man, he finished off that Buccaneer, charged over, saved Henry, the captain, and then immediately...
That's what you were going to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're never going to get all of that.
It was a town. It was a turn later than I said, but I knew I could feel it in my bones.
I wanted to get all 6 turns, and I thought I had it back.
But Drake, he did it. He saved himself. He saved his captain, and then immediately wandered into the jaws of a crocodile. Drake is no longer among us. When we rolled to see what happened when he explored the city, he immediately got attacked by an alligator, and he was devoured.
Yeah, he thought that swamp was really inviting.
Yeah, he was like, there must be treasure in this here large body of water. He went in, and the crocodile was like, nom, 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 nom. Like what? I might already know a bunch. Well, was there a lot of voodoo going on in Jamaica? Or was it mostly like a Hispaniola, Louisiana type thing?
Almost there.
Also a very interesting thing in history, the Haitian Revolt. Very, very interesting.
What?
The Haitian Revolt.
The Haitian Revolt. I thought you said the Asian Revolt. I was like...
That's called the, Boxer Rebellion, I think. It's more Haitian Creole. That's right, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was more like a Haitian thing. With ties back to African religion. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just saying, I don't know how much of it followed.
I think you are correct. Louisiana was a big focus, definitely. Nolans.
Yeah.
But I think it was also in Jamaica. It might have been Haitian, but I thought Jamaica too. I honestly thought the whole Caribbean.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think it is. Because, like, you don't hear about it very much until, like, Haiti's a thing, as far as I'm aware.
But, I mean, like, even that one lady, Tituba, in the Salem stories, they say she practiced voodoo. I don't think she did. I think that's maybe misunderstanding.
Sure.
What she practiced, but that's what they thought.
I'm sure if they went to somebody and they were like, yeah, if you take white willow bark or whatever and you can use it as this thing to help people's fevers, which is just aspirin.
Right.
They'd have been like, oh my god, what is a witch?
I mean, that's probably what's going to happen to me at the end of Summer of Wonder. All of you guys are going to gang up on me and be like, she's a witch!
Sure. Sure!
Very good boy. Thank you.
I will say Blood and Plunder is great, just because, one, it's a great game, but two, it's also historical, so it's like, kind of, it introduces you to things like I had no idea. Like, I didn't know a lot of stuff about, like, Brazil until I started reading some of the stuff about the Portuguese. So I've become a learny boy.
That'd be so funny when I get rainbow slaw. There's not big chunks of broccoli, but when I get broccoli slaw, there's little chunks of broccoli in it. Buddy takes them out and sets them aside and starts eating everything else.
Does he just like to specifically target his broccoli?
I don't know. I don't know if he like doesn't want to deal with chewing it until the end or what.
Maybe it was like it's like a timing thing, because he knows he's fighting the timer on Chunk.
I love our little dogs.
I do too.
Like the stupid little charming thing. I don't know why I enjoy that much. Pain in the ass.
Because it makes him very happy.
Let's make fair warning, they might have funky poops tomorrow because they haven't had supplements for over 2 days.
Is it going to taste the same?
I have no idea.
Well, expect me to be...
You're gonna have to tell me that. I don't need to poop.
So no, expect me to wake up kind of agitated if I don't get my daily source of doggy poops in the morning.
I mean, it's still gonna be there.
Is that Karai here? Isn't that the one who wants to board everyone?
I do want to. I'm gonna climb on top.
He's gonna climb on top of you, Chris. What do you got to say about that? Hi, X-Paxis, Mr. Dan.
Me and Esmeralda got a plan.
Me and her have been firing all cylinders today. Played games, we've been joking with each other. She was talking to her mom. She wasn't bad talking to me. Okay, so something that I have noticed is that painting African American or African in general, I guess, is not the only African skin can be kind of tricky because it's obviously not the same. Obviously. And obviously, depending on where they're from, it can determine how dark it is. But what I've noticed is that, kind of similar to painting like Native American skin, like Native American skin has a lot of red in it. So it's, I actually use kind of like Caucasian skin, but I just make sure there's a lot of like a red kind of color mixed in with it. So what I've tried to do is I've used Rhinoxide here. And I've actually used that before and just mixed it with Caucasian color. And it kind of comes out looking a little... not quite how I want it. It looks passable. But it doesn't quite get what I'm going after. And so, especially in the Caribbean early on, I think there would have been a lot more... a little bit like on the darker side. So I don't want to put in pink tones because it's going to really, really brighten it up. So what we need to do is we need to figure out which browns and blacks that we want to use. So Rhinoxide's pretty dark, and the cool thing about Rhinoxide is it also works for Native Americans because it has a lot of red in it. It's a very reddy brown. So we just need to figure out what the top is. I want them to, like I said, I want them to be a little bit on the the more dark side, I guess. So we should put in more...
Like to get plenty of sun?
Yeah. So that might be a good top. Because the way we're going to achieve a lot of this is just with a lot of like high contrast. And we're going to paint the dress and stuff blues and whites. And it'll make the skin look really, really cool. That's mean.
That's funny.
That's cruel.
So funny.
So we're going to use some dark umber. So this will be the... I think this is going to be the mid-tone. And I think Guncore Brown might be kind of like our highlight. Just to increase some of that contrast. This is a Firelock Mini. This is the guide. This is going to be a model I use quite a bit because in LAN games, I want my guys to be real fast.
He was shot by his neighbor.
Sweet.
If it's because he was helping her with her migraines.
So anybody who doesn't know, the person that voices John Redcorn passed away today.
He's hot.
Yeah, he's a
He
little.
can help me with my migraines.
He's a cutie patootie. Kara and I have been watching King of the Hill because well, actually, we were watching it before they announced it fully, but the 14th season's coming.
Yeah.
Which they're not going to change the name of the show or anything. It's just going to be another season, which is very exciting. I'm a huge King of the Hill fan. I tell you what. Kara does not like the show, but she does like watching me like the show.
This show, I like Louis a lot. I'm a big Brittany Murphy fan, and I'm so sad that Diddy killed her.
You hated her when she first came to the show.
Because she was like the worst of the white trash.
Are you saying she's currently not the worst of the white trash?
Oh God, no, that is definitely the guy who's getting cheated.
Oh, Dale.
Yeah, it's definitely him. Boomhauer seems to have more morals than him. I can't wait till he finds out his wife's been cheating on him. Like, I feel like he's just gonna be like, oh, okay. Like, if she gives him two cartons of cigarettes, he'll probably be fine.
Do you think he loves his son?
I do think he loves his son. I also think John Redcorn loves his son. I feel bad for the kid because, like, he doesn't even know he's Native American. And, like, it comes up a lot because they're in Texas.
How about you guys? Do you guys love King of the Hill? Tell me what. Dan's flirting with you again.
You need to know that it's spelt with a K. If you call me Kara with a C, I'm not going to respond to you.
Yeah, Chris. You jerk. It's K-C-A-R-A.
And he's not flirting with me. He's talking about Brittany Murphy.
He's talking about you. He does this every time he comes on. He's very complimentary with Kara.
Aw, thank you.
But yeah, her name is spelled K-C-A-R-A.
I'm gonna hit you. There's no H in it either, dear God. That was definitely not a thing when I was a kid, but it is a thing now. Kara, Tara, Kara with a K, Kara with a C, Tara, all of them, they're throwing H's at the end of it.
There is a P in Kara, though. It's P-K-C-A-R-A.
It's P-H-A-T-B-O-O-T-Y.
What?
What? How much booty did I get today, Dr. D?
You only got 15. I got 25. You found all the ones that didn't have nothing in them.
4.
I found one. It was just like...
Here's your ass.
Here's a solid gold bar. Yeah, curious. It's a French thing. I don't know.
I get to give it to somebody else, right?
I'm not European.
I forgot to do that.
Yeah, you can.
Boatswain Pascal died.
No, he didn't. They thought he died. Then he came back.
Oh, that's right. So can he keep his cuirass?
Yeah.
Oh. Everything is solved.
So we played our game. We played the new scenario that was made by Goebbels, who is the leader of the English. He's the guy who runs Thieves Harbor.
Villain's new main fleet.
Yeah, we might be kissing.
Yeah.
We might be
Having a good time.
we might be exchanging telephone numbers.
Telephone numbers.
Yeah.
Gonna get some texting on.
Sorry, friends, trying to balance the joy that is only to be found listening to the dulcet tones of Kara with having to be on the support call for work. You know where I'd rather be. Brother, I get it. I was sort of working all weekend.
I'm gonna start doing ASMR videos.
Well, you found out you didn't hate your voice.
I did find out I didn't hate my voice. I'm not gonna lie, like, I hate most of the girls' voices just because we speak easier and faster.
Yeah, the only female tone I have issues with is that, like, Valley Girl. Like, oh my god, can you believe it?
Who?
The Valley Girl thing.
Oh. I think Logan has, like, the best female voice. And it's nice and slow and nice and calm.
She's not even here. She's not even here.
It doesn't matter. I'm always gonna sing her praises.
She's not even here to. Not even here for us to kiss her.
Yeah, I know.
4 out of 5 stream streak. I'll tune in again if you promise I get to hear her. Well, she'll be here as far as I know.
Usually. I did have plans tonight and I canceled them so you could come hear me.
She was gonna go hang out with a friend of hers and they canceled.
Well, does Dan know that I'm on the podcast that came out today?
So, do you listen to the Raise the Black episodes, Mr. Danathy? Because the last one Kara was on.
I was the co-host.
She was. I was going to assemble to, then work stepped in and stole my free time away.
Well, you can listen to the episode while you fall asleep tonight.
You don't have to do that. What do you do for work, Dan? I know you do some kind of tech thing, right? If you don't mind me asking.
Why he likes my voice, because I know how to run scrum calls.
Dan, are you a scrummer? You scrumming in your free time? You dirty boy.
Not all of the AI...
Not all who wander are lost. What?
Not all of the AI channels on YouTube are crap. Some of them are pretty good. I'm obsessed with this new channel called Sleep Theories. And it's like crazy conspiracy theories, but the guy's got a soft, melty voice. And he reads it in a really soothing tone. So even though he's talking about MK Ultra or the moon landing being faked, it just sounds like milk. That's my opinion. Anyway, it puts me right to sleep.
Well, there you go.
Sleep Theories. It's a YouTube channel.
You said it's AI?
I think it is AI because, or maybe the scripts are just AI written, but there's a lot of things that like keep getting repeated. And I'm like, okay, we said this already. And that's usually the pretty telltale sign of it being AI generated. And the voicing now is so good, the voice is probably going to have to. I mean, look at what I can do to make us songs.
It's true. Go check it out. I love y'all, especially dope. Well, thanks, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate that. I've been especially happy lately.
I have too.
Kara, this isn't about you. This is about me. I've been especially happy lately. You guys are a part of that. Like, the stream does bring me quite a bit of joy. Life's been going really well. Kara hasn't tried to kill me in the middle of the night lately, which is nice.
I've been working on it with food poisoning.
Right, so I just have explosive poops and then I feel better. Alright, now why are you happy?
I'm happy because the weather's been better and we've been in a better mood. And the weather's been better.
Yeah, the weather improving has been really nice. Good night. Frolic as much as possible. Thank you, Dan. Have a nice night, buddy.
Night, Dan.
Okay, so we gotta pick the colors of the dress. So I think she's wearing the dress itself, and I think this is like an apron. And I think she has like some kind of like shirt underneath here. What color should the head wrap be, Kara? Should it be the same color as the dress, or should I do that as like the same color as the shirt? Because I think this is an apron. This is gonna be white. Or I guess it could be anything, but maybe a lighter shade of blue. Because she's got head wrap, shirt. I think that's a separate part because it looks like it's rolled up.
I think that type of head wrap should be dark. I don't know what to call that type of head wrap, but I think that has like some significance to it, and it might have like a specific religious coloring.
Just answer your question, please. Should it be the same color as the dress, or should it be like a white,
like the apron?
Like the apron of the, because I guess the undershirt.
I mean, I think it should be black or navy blue. But I don't have an opinion on the dress. I just have an opinion on the headpiece. I mean, it looked white. Go, scroll back up. One more. Right there. Headdress lady. Well, that one's white. But and it's still pretty tall, so yeah. White's probably fine. I like that lady in the green with the aiming the gun.
Those are the Bouquinet's wives.
She's cute.
They're the French boar hunters that lived in the north part of Hispaniola.
That yellow and blue looks real sharp too.
Maybe I'll do a yellow apron then. I can do that. And then
She's got ruffles. You could give her white ruffles and a white hat.
Actually, I guess I will just paint it like that. Do they have undershirts? Like, or is that just a part of the dress? There's like this little. Really...
No, they did have undershirts, yeah, and they were kind of low cut like that.
Okay, it is.
That striped apron's pretty good looking.
Yeah, big old boy.
Yeah. Look at one of my guys got this crazy ass beard. Look at it. It's like an Amish beard. I like this man's got some facial hair.
That's cool. I didn't know anyone had facial hair.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to paint tonight.
Okay. Why is that?
Can't focus.
It's not like you're gonna get in trouble.
That's true. Had a goal. I didn't meet it. No worse for the wear.
Alright, guys. How should Kara be punished?
You waited till Dan left. I think Dan's the one that wanted to punish me.
I don't know. Playing a C game at 100 points is rough.
Is what?
I find 100 points at C is be kind of rough.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna use the garage left.
Okay, that's probably a little more doable.
These are the ones that aren't Zeladins. That they sold us as Zeladins. Do you want to paint them like whatever they are?
Yeah. Enter Plogue.
We're just gonna move them over here.
As I say, don't leave them. I'm not going to leave them on the table.
Okay, I'll put them in the...
Put them in the glass case.
Any of these you want in the glass case?
No. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Even though I know it's Monday, but... Night, Junk. I had to see my parents for the first time since vacation. Did they try and, like, take it from you? Did they try to take your vacation from you? Kind of like Kali Ma style? By the way, we missed you as a mod, man. Well, and we missed you, of course, but... People were hurting without you being here. They were like, they couldn't get all their mean messages through the filter. Dang, well, it's good that people voice how they truly felt. Well, they had to do it in more creative language that was less egregiously aggressive, I guess.
They were about to bust.
They were about to bust. Alright, so Mike, hit me with the secret sauce. What are you gonna throw against Kara in a 100-point boat game? Probably a boat, a captain, and some units.
Wow. That's exciting.
What are you trying to say here, Mike?
He doesn't want you coaching me.
Are you embarrassed? Still deciding on if I should use units or not. Well, how's the boat gonna move? Also, I did discover that the strike point for having enemy units on your boat, they do have to completely control a deck.
Oh, so not just board.
Correct.
But.
I did find that out today.
But.
So now, not only do you have to get on the other person's boat, you have to get them off of their boat. I will say there have been some very nice people outreaching, saying they're willing to answer questions and stuff since, you know, Karen and I are still pretty new. Gonna bust it with some bucks. Some Bucanets? I'm actually looking at the Bucaneri, the ladies. I'm looking at them right now. They are really cool units. No, like every time we play, I make a list last minute like always. Well...
I will literally make my list at the store tomorrow.
You guys are so cool.
Yeah.
I was in the plane, in the toilet, making lists. People were like, "Sir, please, you need to get out of there." And I was like,
Mile high with your gamer list.
trying to make the perfect list, lady.
Trying to mile high up here on my own, man.
Kara understands you. Well, that's because you're both wrong. Oh, I'm getting some lady boot. You getting some Bucky girls?
Man.
Some ladies who love themselves some Bucky boys? I can't counter your procrastination, huh? I thought it was just my dice rolls. Okay. You know, let's switch this up a little bit. Let's change the blue we use. We use the same blues all the time.
But they're good.
Let's use a different kind of blue. I do love blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. Well, actually, I guess we should do the same blue that we're going to use for Signa. No, it's your... That's true, actually. Actually, Mike, I think you might be onto something on that one. That's what I've discovered, is that my rolls are usually not great, but I have this ability to make other people roll way better than they have any right to. And you know what? All I gotta say is you're welcome. I'm gonna just accept that that's my lot in life. And you guys owe me big time. Yeah, actually, on second thought, since I'm gonna also be painting the Sigmar guy at the same time, I'm actually just gonna use the same colors I use for that. So, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it's not always about you. Sometimes I'm my character. Hey, man. Mike, I've reached the conclusion. I was in the big plane bathroom, right? This is when I have a lot of my most, you know, like provocative thoughts, right? I was like, Mike might be my best friend. I wanted you to know that. Was also talking to Painter J about the podcast, and I realized we got like 3 episodes in the editing phase. Woo, woo. With 3 more Cyberpunk already planned. Yeah, we're doing great. Honestly, we got stuff to talk about. So, tomorrow, one of my other very good friends, Mr. Cyril, I got him a gift. Kind of by accident, but a gift nonetheless. So, I'm painting this Signar stuff, right? Because PCN is going to be doing some stuff for War Machine, so I will be playing it. Probably not a lot, but War Machine nonetheless. And the army I was playing is going to be Signar, because I've always really liked Signar, but I was always playing Menoth because I was kind of...
If you were a chick, who's the one guy you would sleep with? John Stamos. What? Did we just become best friends?
Best friends? I mean, John Stamos is a pretty good choice. But yeah, I got him a gift. The Signar box is a 2-player box. I'm not asking anybody to play this game, please, for the love of Christ. I'm here for this. I'm here for Blood and Plunder. I'm only doing that with PCN stuff. I might play it for fun here and there, but it's definitely not. It's not going to be a main game. The post-Soviet gentleman, yes. And the box I bought was a two-player box, and the other half of it was Khador. And I was like, I will never play Khador because I respect myself. And I thought to myself, you know who loves Khador? The guy who had a, like, tear in his eyes talking to me like I was his long-lost son moment in his closet last time I was at his house talking about all of the Khador stuff he painted. And then we just sat there and reminisced about the old War Machine days. So I'm gonna give him the other half of that story. Is it a Soviet to English dictionary? Soviet to English. I don't think Soviet's a language. Almost bought 3 boxes of Bayou Gremlins today. Ophelia LaCroix as the leader. Oh, so you were gonna buy Kin? You're gonna buy all the Kin? She's real good. Or she used to be. I don't know how she is now. I mean, Cord, out of everyone I know, I cannot get on my soapbox to talk about how you shouldn't buy more models and yada yada, because you're the only one I know that literally slams through all the stuff you buy and you paint it all before you buy the next thing. So, sir, with you, I would say you can buy whatever the hell you want. And I gotta say, Cord, that is damn impressive. Cord, will you be my dad? Comrade is death is, I think, Duolingo has it as another thing. Does it really now? I think you're pulling my leg. I think that's just called Russian. Which leg? I think I lost something. Which leg? Russian is archaic language, pre-Golden Soviet Age, or its New Age Russian post-Soviet Golden Age. I don't know what's happening. Listen, just because the Tsar, got kicked out of his little country for being a dummy, doesn't mean they just gave up on their language. They just gave up on feudalistic ideology. I have like 6 more Tiger Claws to finish up the Gronks and Obaka. God. I gotta say, Forge, you're crazy. You said I was pulling your leg. Oh, I asked which one. Uh, my right one? I guess. Just so you know, Kara's over there making whatever Master thinks she's gonna beat you with tomorrow. She's got like beakers and stuff. There's like liquid coming out of the vials and stuff. They didn't exile Nicholas II. They had other plans for him. That's true. So I went to the World War I museum.
That the voice actor for John Redcorn was killed?
Yeah, we were talking about it.
4
Yeah.
voice actors for King of the Hill dead. That's insane.
We were talking about that before you came in.
You went to
He was shot by his neighbor.
this weekend?
Yeah.
I
I'm sending you pictures of it.
must have missed that.
Cord, thank you for the resub, baby. Baby? Buddy?
Baby.
Cord, are you my baby? I asked you to be my dad a second ago.
Daddy, baby, damn.
Cord, what are you doing to me? You make me feel so pretty.
You want me to go get the wig?
Yeah, do you want me to wear a wig, Cord? Will that make you happy? Anyway, yeah, I went to the World War I museum. Speaking of sweet communist revolutions. What a weird thing. Those revolutions don't usually do well, but man, if you could have a populace be that collectively miserable for that long, that a communist revolution can happen like that. That's crazy.
Damn lil bro, calm down. Cord isn't going to be impressed if you keep fawning over him like that. Play it cool and he will come to you, lil bro.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, hey Cord, I didn't even see you there. When did you get here? Did you see the game last night? Oh, I was thinking of like, having a slumber party or whatever, Cord. It'd be kind of, whatever if you want to come over, I guess. It might just be me and you. It's whatever. It's okay if you can't come. I mean, I got a lot of other things I could do with my day. I got a pretty big shower, Will there be a pillow fight? Oh, there's definitely going to be a pillow fight. Oh no, Cord's not buying it, Soup. Mike, what do I say?
Accept the love.
There's no love. That's the problem.
Well, babe, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you can get what you need.
That's true. Mike, I shot my shot. I shooted my shot, Mike. What do I do? I mean, what slumber party doesn't have a sweet pillow fight, Chris? Please. What do I look like? Some kind of animal? Okay, so because this is going to be metallic surface, I'm going to go a little bit higher contrast because that looks cooler, because it's his armor. So we're going to go for a little bit more high reflectivity.
Just do what I do when I find the love of my life in a random girl.
Uh-huh.
Just don't talk to them and move on with your life cause like you don't want to talk to her and then have her be annoyed cause she is bothered by some random guy ruining her prob only night out in a while.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Wow. Mike, that sounds like a terrible idea, but I guess you are an expert. Okay. Hey, yo, no boats tomorrow, right? Yeah, no boats. We're doing land. I don't know how you can play a 100-point game on a boat. That's crazy. You're just gonna float towards each other, bump into each other very lightly, and then it's gonna be over, like, super quick. Your lady's gone. Oh my god. Did the cancer finally get her? Dude, I am so sorry. I mean, you don't seem all that upset about it. I'm playing a boat game with boats and guns and cannons. It's not a boat game, it's a pirate game. Pirates walked on land. When God made pirates, he was like, hey, yo.
Get on a boat.
Give these guys some legs.
Some sea legs.
Yeah. Canoe held over your head like a tank. Block the arrows! Ah, turtle! Soup is like our Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, what can I say? No respect. No respect at all. The big bug eyes. I'm over here working myself to the bone, and ain't no respect. I am playing a boat game with boats and guns and cannons. You have no proof of that, Dr. D. What? I like to think I'm more like the modern-day Andy Kaufman. You can't say that. You can't say that name. You can't say that word, Mike. You're gonna get us in trouble. No proof of that. You're insane. Just look at him. Take the time to look at him, Cord. My lady is gonna play a boat game, though. You guys might be questioning why it is that I'm like, yeah, I need to play Blood and Plunder. It helps when the person you're with is like, let's play this game. So, like, even though you lost her, which I'm very sorry, Jay, she seemed like a very lovely woman. If she was like, hey, yo, babe, let's play Rumble Slam every day, what would you say? If she was like, yeah, every week we should play one game of Rumble Slam. Rumble Slam these nuts? Oh no! Yep, no proof they ever walked on land. But Blackbeard, he lived in Virginia, I think. After he was done pirating for a little bit. He was like, yeah, it's time to, calm this stuff down. And he went to Virginia, and supposedly he had a wife in every port he ever went into.
He say, I thought you had them. So wait, listen, so they both...
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Why can't you be like that one guy from I Think You Should Leave? Hold that door! I don't know Andy Kaufman, though. No, I don't. The man who single-handedly saved SNL opening night. What is SNL?
Saturday Night Live.
Never heard of it. Is this one of those communist Russia things? Oh, is this one of those things that you guys that like other guys talk about? Kara, do you know who Andy Kaufman is?
Hoffman or Cohen?
That looks like Kaufman to me. The person who single-handedly saved SNL is what he's saying. The opening monologue, anyway.
I could agree with that. He was pretty dang good in the first season of SNL. Yeah, he was good. I didn't recognize the name, but I definitely recognized the face.
She said that he's awful. Which I thought was kind of mean, but...
He was also in Taxi.
He was on... Cord just said that... Thank you, Cord. I wasn't aware of that. Apparently he's in Taxi. Oh, thank you for telling me. I wish people around here would tell me that kind of stuff. I don't know what that is. And if that makes me a bad person, I don't want to be right. I don't think I used that saying correctly. I mean, that was probably one of my favorite shows of all time, was Cash Cab. Is that what you're talking about? You guys talking about Cash Cab?
No. Taxi had Robin Williams in it.
I'm not familiar.
I kind of think that was the first like big thing he did.
Is that the guy that does the movie where he like puts on the mask and his face turns green?
No. That's called The Mask.
You see, Mike went silent, so either he's incredulous or he's looking up something. He's looking up something to blast me with. He was an acquired taste. That was Jim Carrey, a different era. Yeah. They're the same person. I mean, it sounds like it's almost the same movie, guys. Taxi and The Mask. They sound pretty similar. Is something funny?
This little bearded dragon got a floaty, but then it rained. And she couldn't go in the pool. So yeah, that was real funny.
Yeah, as long as you're not laughing at me.
Not laughing.
I was looking at YouTube videos. They dropped a 15-minute video on the state of Chicago in Cyberpunk 2077. So it's supposed to be the same year, just different location. Was Pondsmith not interested in, moving the timeline forward, I guess? It would be 3 years into the future? Oh my god. The friggin' future? I bet everything works out. I'm assuming, like, everybody, like, their votes matter and all that stuff at that point. With the new endings for Cyberpunk 2077, you come back 3 years later to Night City, where it looks like Militech has it locked down, so unclear on what's going on for that. I don't know about Orion's focus, though. Are the new endings in the game yet? Man, talk about a way to get like people to come back to play your game. Just change the friggin' ending. The new endings from playing through. Oh crap! What is that called? The one where you go to Dogtown or whatever. Phantom Liberty. I have to start another playthrough again because of the stupid save thing. Mike, what am I supposed to do against such mindless hate? Kind of want to bring Charles Van as a captain tomorrow since he has Vendetta English. Wow. Talk about being a power gamer. He's so angry. He's so angry. I hate people who speak English. I hate them. I hate all of them. If you speak the Queen's English, I hate you, and I want you to die. 82 points. Jesus Christ. That's not healthy. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through all that. So 27 and one angry man. I don't really think Charles Van was... Was he all that angry? I guess he was. He was the one that did the fire ship thing as he was running out of New Providence Island, I think. That was him, right? It was Charles Van. The new governor, Woods Roger, or Roger Woods or whatever, showed up. He's like, I'm the new sheriff in town. If you be a pirate, knock it off.
Leaving Bubby in the doggy cam.
Oh, that is a pretty cute puppy. They could see his tummy. Anyway, Charles Woods showed up. He's like, I'm the new sheriff in town, and if anybody got a problem with that, you dirty pirates, you should get the king's amnesty.
What are you doing? You're being silly over there. What are you doing?
And I think Charles Van was like, yeah, I want you to stuff it right up your butt. And then he tried to fire ship his boat. That didn't work. Well, apparently, Benjamin Hornigold, I think his name is. He was the guy that kind of like originally introduced the concept of like that pirate nation and stuff. I think it was Benjamin Hornigold. And Charles Vane was with him, and he was like, yeah, we should only attack the Spanish, though, maybe a little bit of the French. But he never did attack England. And then he gave up, because as soon as he started seeing the direction go the other way, he was like, I don't want to be power no more.
So it was this guy? This guy was saying all this?
No, it was Benjamin Hornigold.
Hornigold, that's a great pirate name.
You know,
Horny for gold.
just so you know, he wasn't born a pirate.
That's not necessarily his real name.
Yeah. He helped establish the Republic of Pirates. Woodes Rogers showed up. Yeah, he was killed on his ship in New Spain.
Where was he born?
Monmouth House. I think it was Welsh. Born in England. He helped establish the blah blah blah. It doesn't. Nobody cares. Where you from?
20 for gold.
Claim he was born in Norfolk. There you go.
Horn of gold.
England is the Australia of Europe. The unwanted go-to that island.
Wow.
That's not very nice.
Wow, Mike. Just wow.
Kara went there. Kara wanted to go there. Are you saying Kara's a criminal?
Because
she is.
I did find London to be a little too stuffy for my taste. Amsterdam was more my speed. I really liked all of the pretty little waterways. That was fun. And honestly, like, in England, in the UK, you're like worried you're gonna forget to look the correct way before you cross the street. Like, that's the danger in the UK. But in Amsterdam, you could get killed by a bicyclist, and that's kind of fun.
Do they do sick tricks?
No, they are just flying, and you better be looking both ways before you cross the bike lane in Amsterdam. They are serious. They will plow you down.
Yeah, hear that, Mike? You want to get plowed? You know what? How dare you, Mike? My ancestors came from there. Are you trying to say I'm some kind of criminal? Because I am.
You wouldn't do that. You're a chiropractor.
England got the roadman. Roadman. Which is just a bloke with a butter knife you can just run away from. While America got like 12-year-olds with boom sticks. Got the roadman. Mike, I don't think that's how that works anymore. He got the man with the boom stick. Eventually, you're gonna have to fight on land, Mike. They call the roadman still. Look it up. Yeah, we're doing 27 pirates and 1 angry man since this is basically another learning game. Keep it real simple. You got 28 models, huh? I mean, I'm only using like militia and some freebooters, so that'll be nice and simple. You see, let me just tell you the secret on how to kill militia. Alright, pay attention. You paying attention, Jay? What you do is you shoot them. Because when they get hit, they'll die. Because they have a range save of 8, which is what you might call god-awful. They call them roadmen still. I'm not going to look it up, Mike. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. Maybe they'll get braced. That's the only alternative. Get braced? Brace a pistol? Is that the verb for it now? Getting braced? Or are you talking about their corrective teeth procedure? 'Cause they are English. Long distance punch with a musket ball. Oh man. I don't know if Twitch would get angry at projectile weapon talk. That's a fair question. You never look up anything I say and then call me wrong. Am I the top bit stoner just chop liver to you? Mike, it's just a part of the show. Whatever you say, I believe you. It doesn't matter what it is, Mike. I'll just believe you. If you want me to believe in chemtrails, I'll do it. I'll believe in them. Take a cannon on the land and blow up across the board. I don't know if you can do that. I don't actually know how good cannons are on land. They seem funny. I have ChatGPT writing up 9 pages of defense for nothing. Just like when he says blue is a coward's color. Yeah, only cowards wear blue. Horde. It's ridiculous. I mean, Cord, what else do you want me to say?
Look at the pretty bi-flag colors of the Moulin Rouge.
It don't matter.
None of this matters. Very pretty.
Isn't it pretty?
Sure.
Stop it. It's so bisexual.
It don't matter. Kara. It don't matter.
Yeah.
None of this matters.
Look at this mama loving her baby. She's so happy she had a baby.
Yeah, all officers are cowards in the eyes of the professional casual network. You heard it here first. You know what, Dr. D? What Dr. D's crew will do when you charge them. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we friggin' go. Chords on a warpath. I play the English, sir. We red. Flee like the cowards they are. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. Cord, are we gonna have to meet at a Waffle House? Is this what you're asking me to do right now?
It sounds like you guys might need to get a hotel bar. Look, this is what it looks like when they're wrapping cars instead of painting them. They put these big stickers on them and then they like scrape all the air bubbles out. This is cutting something out there.
Seems like a huge thing.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, whatever.
Looks really nice when it's done, though. They do a really good job.
What is my Waffle House order? The All-Star.
So I want them smothered, want them covered like my Waffle House hash browns.
It's All-Star. Smothered. I live on the West Coast. We don't have Waffle Houses. Well, that's why you have to come to me, Cord, because that's why the West Coast doesn't work, because there's nowhere to settle your differences. See, here in the civilized part of the world, we, when we don't agree with somebody, we beat them to death with our fists. We do a long-range disagreement with a with a musket ball. In fact, I work in the town where we proved that.
That is very true. We can't afford to live there, but he works there.
It's true. Yeah, we have an In-N-Out and you don't. An In-N-Out? If it was a good restaurant, why would you want to leave? When I walk into a Waffle House, I don't want to leave. But they have to force me out. Because I'm so full, I don't want to move.
They're like, Dr.D, no more for you.
We gotta cut you off, bud. No more hash browns. And I gotta fight for my right to party every time I come in there. I thought this was America. Everybody loves soggy fries. I don't like soggy fries. That sounds like a California thing to me. Disgusting. Disgusting. Dan, thank you for the bits! Are you cheering on the fact that we're taking the West Coast down a peg?
He's cheering on the fact that I'm still awake.
I don't think that's true. Isn't that part of the Waffle House experience? You don't have to fight your waitress just to order? Yeah. Oh, you do have to fight. Yeah. You have to. That's how... Well, because it's one of those things where you earn what it is you get at the Waffle House. It's kind of like how Jake Owen says. She's got real problems. I was in a Waffle House 2 weeks ago across the street from a RV that probably hadn't moved for at least a decade. That's how you know it's a good Waffle House, man. They say America runs on Dunkin'. It don't run on crap. It runs on Waffle House. I did not get a chance to go to one when I was in Kansas City this weekend.
Look at that booty, show me the booty, give me the booty, I want the booty, back up the booty, I need the booty, I like the booty, oh what a booty.
Thank you, Dan. That song sustains me. Dan, you strike me as a man who likes booty.
America runs on booty.
That it does, buddy. That it does. I don't know if I want to share that with Kara.
Hang on. What now?
Well, I was saying that America runs on Waffle House. It doesn't run on Dunkin'. X-Pax has played the booty song, and he says America runs on booty.
We
I
have
agree, America
since
does
1750.
We have since 1750. Jeez.
Confirmed in the 70s by Freddie Mercury. Makes the world go round.
Y'all are crazy. I don't know if I necessarily wake up in the morning wanting booty. I mostly wake up in the morning wanting the sweet release of going back to bed. Is that just me? Guys? Guys? Okay, guys? Tisdale! Good night, gotta refuel, wink, wink. Gotta refuel. Shoo!
Where do I get my
X-Paxis. X-Paxis, I wish you luck. Make sure you use no protection. You got your fists for protection. Not available until 30 months. Yeah, they just put it in the it was something they just implemented. Something to do with the government. Hi, Tisdale. Guys. What, Mike? I love you, Daddy. Classic. I love you, Daddy. Tisdale, do you ever send that box? Just want to make sure I'm not missing it. Doc, how was your Quack conference? It was great. A lot of duckies. You'll never believe what their male parts look like. It's kind of terrifying. I got to go to a World War I museum. Not connected, but it was also there. We went to the money reserve. That was cool. I got to shred it up. I got like $82 in cash shredded up.
I love going to reserves and the mints. That's so much fun.
It was right across. It was essentially like right across the street down the road from the World War I museum. So I got to learn about how money works. I got to hang out with my mom. That was cool.
Much appreciated. Love it when she gives you attention.
Yeah, my mom didn't forget my name, which I was pretty impressed by. Oh, and she finally gave me my Christmas gift. So I spent money on destroyed money. No, it was free to get in. It was all free. I did not. I have been traveling. I will send it this week. Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. Because I expect that box might be big. By the way, Tisdale, if it's cheaper, you can take the stuff out of the box. And, like, put it in a smaller box if it's easier. Tomorrow, I'm going to have Dr.D walk on my back barefoot so he can adjust me like they did in those special videos.
I used to do that with my ex-husband when I weighed 91 pounds.
Me too.
That was, you know, like 91 pounds ago. I'm not sure it would be safe for me to walk on anybody's back at this point. Oh, we got a hype train level 1. We got a minute and 24 seconds before somebody's got to give another sub or another gift or another cheer so we can level up to level 2. Come on, guys, level 2. Woo! Do it, gamers.
Yeah, gamers. Dr. D also weighs 91 pounds. They spend money on destroyed money. Like I said, it was free.
Yeah, they do give that destroyed money away. Hey, you know, they're not going to make any more pennies after this year. Or,
Yep.
I don't know if it's really going to be this year. They have blank pennies that they haven't stamped yet. And when they run out of these, they're not going to make any more. Good job, mods. Okay, you guys, 29 seconds. Come on, one more and we get a level. No, you guys don't want to level up on the stream? It's all girth.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. It's a lot of everything. There's a lot of motion, a lot of ocean, a lot of girth. They got a lot of length.
What the hell are you doing?
They're 86ing nickels as well. I don't understand how we can cut the nickel. Because if you cut the nickel, then you should get rid of the dime. So, Tim told me. Tim told you? That was our secret!
It's gonna be interesting to see how rounding works.
We're gonna save so much money, though. All that money I've been spending on pennies. Ooh, boy. That's a lot of boats.
Mm. Mm.
And if you want a boat,
Or ship.
Webway Games. They'll sell you a boat.
You showed
Can't
him in
get
the
to sleep
courtyard
on
of the
that.
hotel. A bunch of people saw it.
I did? The courtyard of the hotel. A bunch of people saw... I showed them? Oh my god.
What?
Was I sleeping?
What did he show? His nickels?
I got a big bag of nickels. Ooge. You could say it's a ooge. Forgot all my pennies are under my old model. Oh my god, you're still gonna lose all that money! The government's gonna take them!
I mean, theoretically, if we stop making pennies, they'll probably become more valuable. Not all of them. We've been making them out of crap for the last 50 years, but the ones older than 50 years. Dylan, what color is a grindstone?
Usually just a big rock.
Well, is it gray or is it sandy?
Usually just a big rock. So, gray, I guess? How is Dr. D gonna weigh down his models now with no pennies? I don't use pennies. I use magnets. The Weedle penny? He can weigh them down with his existential dread. Yo.
And his bad dice rolls.
Truth. Effing truth. I'm not gonna walk on your back, Mike. I will adjust you tomorrow. I usually don't do that on the first visit, but we've already been acquainted, you know. I already know what that spine looks like.
Is he coming to the office?
Yeah.
Wow, Mike! Nice job! You will come to the office. Anybody can have an adjustment if you come to the office.
Precious metals. I get paid in love, mostly. Yeah, when you come and visit, I'll adjust you. For real, though. Wait. You commenting on my back, my spinal cord? Yeah. If you don't get the spinal cord where it's supposed to be, Mike, then shoulders can't be fixed.
He doesn't have that kind of power, Mike. Don't let him fool you. He's only a DC. He's not an MD. He's spinal shy.
That's private information. I'm spinal shy. Oh no. I've broken the patient-doctor confidentiality. Well, Mike, I didn't even bring up the fact that you have a what they call stupid spine. Oh, no! Ah! Am I going to Bax Unplugged? Probably. When is it this year? Is it November? As long as it's not in August. Jesus Christ. There's like literally 1,000 cons going on in August. That one usually is in, it's like November, December, right? Doctor-patient privileges for real. Medical professionals. For real medical professionals. Oh, okay. Oh, thank God I'm safe. Week before Thanksgiving. Okay, so November. Great. Yeah, that's fine with me. I should be there. I don't see why not. Maybe I should be the one that does all the blood and plunder stuff for PAX. That way everybody can be really impressed and be like, wow, Dr. D, you're so cool. No, don't play mini games at PAX. PAX is for board games. But I didn't even play that many board games while I was there. The people I was playing with there were, you know, well, Mike played, we played a couple, and then I was like, all right, let's keep going. And they got tired. They got tuckered out. So I'm not going cons for board games no more because nobody wants to play. I'm like, let's play. And then everybody's like, I want to go get a sandwich. I want to play board games. We'll play board games after I go eat a sandwich. And then they go eat and they're like, I'm so tired.
So probably tomorrow. What's gonna happen?
Man, I'm excited. I can't wait. What is she gonna say?
Whenever I get done at work, I'm just gonna go to the store because Mike is already gonna be there.
I read the whole thing.
And then after I finish my game with Mike, I'll go get us dinner.
Yep, I saw that.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Appreciate that. I roll deep with board game people at PAX. Well, I don't know. You plundered my nuts. Got him. I'm watching the Clone Wars right now. It's really good. I never finished it. I got a pretty good ways through it. I must have got to season like 4 of Clone Wars. Kara's painting, guys. She did it. Did I say something wrong? Kara's not painting, guys.
I'm just in a mood. You know how you feel in the mornings?
No.
When you're tired and just nothing fits right. That's how I feel at night. Nothing fits right. Nothing makes quite right sense.
I rolled it, obviously a nice one. Nice one. I play games. When did I get tired of games? No, it was more of a Josh thing. You were fine. I used to run the indie RPG thing at PAX East. I kept seeing people I used to hang out with all the time. I was pulled left and right and such. Plus, Wilmar didn't want to hang out with us. No, he didn't.
Aww.
He didn't want to acknowledge us friends with this real crew. I mean, you know, whatever.
Was it his gang? Is he in a gang?
He was in the Crips.
Wow. Is that like a Malifaux gang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we could have played a game that didn't suck at PAX, but I hope that game designer's still alive. No, his wife probably ate him.
Wow.
Like cannibalistic style.
Why?
Because he was European.
Oh.
That's what they do in Europe.
Yeah. They don't shave either.
Yeah, they don't shave.
They don't bathe.
They're green with very long, like, faces and limbs and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what game would you want to play, Tizzy? Yeah, that was the problem. Is he went through a divorce. That's why. That's why he was where he was having. That's why he was eating those. It's like tacos in that place that night. He was engaged. To you know how Tim is. He does that thing where he like acts like he's like super interested in things. You know how you know what he does.
He's a sweetie.
I mean, the bloody note that told Tim how he could save him that Tim immediately threw out probably wasn't a good sign for his life continuing. It was weird how moist that note was, wasn't it? It was a really moist note. Jump, Chunk. Jump. Don't look at me. I said jump. Jump.
Did he do it?
No. He's sad. Jump, Chunk. Chunk, I know as soon as I'm going to walk over there, and then you're going to immediately just hop in there like no problem.
Closer.
Jump, Chunk. Jump.
Do you need help? You want me to come help you?
Chunk. Oh, see.
I do that a lot.
Oh god, I almost paid. He was engaged to Tim, but I almost paid a dude to mug Tim after that. Moist and slightly salty smelling. Yeah, that's because he's European. That's like a thing they do over there. I would have taken that crisp $5 bill. Well, what game are we supposed to play at PAX, buddy?
Zombies!
And the thing is we'd start playing, and then you'd tell me how you want to go get a sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
It's always what happens.
Everybody's always hungry. I'm just gonna say, like, we need more Marvel Zombies at these cons.
Marvel Zombies, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what we should be playing, like, late at night. Like, I would stay up to play zombies with everybody. And y'all know I don't stay up for much.
I didn't know you liked the game that much.
I mean, I've only ever really gotten to play with, like, you and maybe one or two other people.
Yeah, Mike. Jerk.
Pretty sure Mike's one of them.
I don't think Mike played with us.
I love that game. It's fun.
Doc, you can't run stuff at PAX. You have to run to Wild Bill's for me.
What's Wild Bill?
It's the root beer place.
Oh.
I mean, I can do that. I gotta say, man, I drank way more sugar than I think I have in my entire life in that one weekend.
Bad boys. Not impressed with this. You boys are getting older. You need to limit yourself to one per day. You're getting older and you know it. It's probably the root beer that makes going pee hard. Maybe prostates have issues because, like, that's where guys have all their stress. I'm not saying you do, but it is a regular guy thing.
Yeah, there's definitely stress.
I hold all my stress in my shoulders, so...
I hold all my stress in you. What? I didn't know your mom came back to Boston with you. Yeah, I know. Jeez.
Wow, nasty. Uncalled for.
You got a pretty dress. Look how pretty her dress is.
That is a very pretty dress. Oh, that looks really nice against her skin, babe.
Right, that's what I say. Blue and the darker, like, African skin tones.
The yellow's gonna make it pop. I love vibrant colors on darker skinned people. Oh god, I love, like, the traditional, like, Indian weddings where the girls wear those beautiful dresses and they get the henna painted on their hands. Oh. Somebody, someday, is gonna invite me to their Indian wedding. I know it.
Shout out to my exes, you know. Kara, you should come to AdeptCon. You can play games with a bunch of people. She's kind of picky. She's picky who she plays games with. Like, I'm amazed she still plays games with me. Yeah, the Wild Bill Pack Mule. What did I play? Not Marvel Zombies. Yeah, you didn't. I was gonna say I don't think you played Marvel Zombies with us. I own a lot of it.
I like get done with people who have tisms that don't work with my tism. I get done with them in games real fast, like 1 to 2 turns, and then I'm like, yeah, we're done.
That's a female thing. Dang girl, is she from the 1600s? Because she's dressed to impress. 1683. How'd you know, Mike?
Wow, Mike. You want her phone number?
He doesn't need a phone number. He's already got the perfect girl. Isn't that right, Mike? Alright, so we're doing all the hard work to make this armor look metal.
Where's Wilmar? Did we tell him happy birthday?
A lot of whites. A lot of white. No, he hasn't been in here yet. I want her mail. You want her mailing address? 3 First Road in Jamaica, England. Which one is the perfect girl? Which random woman that I fell in love with but then never say a single word to? That's like 5 a day. Well, she's in your phone.
Okay, there's a really funny BBC comedy bit where there is this voluptuous Jamaican or African woman. I'm sorry, I'm not sure which. It's been a minute since I've seen this bit. And there's like a guy watching late night and he can't find anything because it's all these nasty, skinny girls. But then he switches it on to this big, dark woman in a muumuu telling him how she's going to cook him some rice and beans and have many children for him. He, like, calls her number, and then you see him, like, throwing away some tissues. His doorbell rings, and she's, like, moving in with her mother. It's a good bit. It's BBC, so it's pretty funny.
He knows what he likes.
That's what he liked. But I think he got a little more than he planned for with that 800 call. Or that 900 call.
Just call me. Don't be afraid. Just call me. My phone. Wait, what? I'm talking about the picture of me, Mike. Jesus Christ. Also, Chris, I was talking about it earlier. The reason we aren't finishing
You
up...
ain't my perfect girl. You are my world. Don't get it mixed up, stupid.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Mike. I was talking to the guys with the Summer of Plunder thing, and they said that they asked me if I would paint Firelock stuff on Mondays. So don't worry, I haven't forgot your model. It's right around the corner. They asked me to do this. So Mondays, I'm going to try and make sure I always paint a Firelock model so that they think I'm cool. Hi, Ernie. Is this Infinity? This is not Infinity. This is War Machine. Fair and reasonable. I did order Infinity, though. Actually, I need a break. Gary, can you make me a thing of water?
Yeah.
I got 2 boxes today. So there was a model long ago that I always wanted. I guess I also wanted some kind of bigger things. Oh.
He wants a thing of water. Make sure the water is made fresh.
Mike said to make sure the water's fresh.
As fresh as yet.
like a little
Lamano.
arsenic.
You guys can't see it like I can, but she's actually squatting and peeing into the cup. That water, real.
I'm squeezing a lemon in it. Don't make up
Real fresh.
AstroTurf about me. Jeez. AstroTurfing me live on the air.
What's a good AstroTurfing between friends, you know?
Sure.
Would not have recognized it. What did you order? So I had some credit. They put this on the top of the box. It's the Corvus. It's the chicken. So I had some credit with CB, cause some stuff I did. And everybody's like, Dylan, why don't you play anymore? And I'm like, what is wrong with your voice? So I got the things from 012 I never got. So I finally got the cutest little robots in the entire world. The friggin' Moonrakers. Look how cute these things are. Look how cute they are! They're a little robot!
Oh my god, you're such a girl.
Did he sign up for my tourney? He is playing. That's true, I will be there. And then the attack robot, the one that's escaping my brain right now. I forget what it's called.
That Myers is back!
I forget what this one's called. The one that gives you +1 burst on the rockets and stuff. It's pretty great. Pretty great. Stormbot, that's what it is, yeah. It's just, look how stupid these things are. This thing has stealth. Somebody walks by this thing and they don't see it. And they're like, oh, that's probably nothing. Look how cute it is. And if they expect me to freehand the torchlight symbol on top of their head, they're insane. And then there's also the Tinker one with the Zondbot. Zetbot. Which, is this the thing that's supposed to be inside the tags? Yeah, it's wild. That's a little bigger than I was expecting. But, yeah, so Infinity is on mind. It's just a matter of, like, time at this point. And then, way back in the day, like, way back in the day, we're talking Dylan was still in, like, community college. He had just gotten out of high school. There was a model I always wanted from War Machine, funnily enough. And it reminded me, when I started grabbing some War Machine stuff, that I had never gotten, that I had bought it, and I never painted it. And I was trolling through eBay, because I was looking for cheap War Machine stuff, just to help out the network and stuff. And it was a model that I had always wanted to paint, but I could never do it, because I was poor. Now, I'm slightly less poor. The Tinker herself is pretty skinny. Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't quite fit. She's not like, it's weird to say, it's like she's not sexy enough, I guess. Like, compared to the pop the bubbles on stream. Alright, I can do a little bit of that.
That's a good idea.
She's not quite as, like, sexy or alluring as the 012 version. Whatever they were called. I forget what they were called.
Is her booty not good?
Her, like, chest is, like... It's just not Infinity-ish. It's like she's just not wearing a bra. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the models are usually...
It's like her breasts are normal and not
Yeah.
unrealistic?
Correct. Not that it's bad, I just think that's why it looks so, like, out of place.
I think you really do kind of need overly aggressive body parts on all of the models. Bless you.
Yes, I agree. Again, not that it's, like, bad.
So tiny. If she didn't have honkers,
Yeah, you wouldn't even... Well, because, like, at our scale, you should never even be able to tell that a model's a female.
Right.
For the most part.
Right.
Anyway, so long story short, there was a Signar model that I always wanted. I bought it, never painted it, because I think I sold it when I went to Cairo school.
I think she looks cute.
Yeah, the art looks fun. The art looks fun. With the model. Yeah, she's probably... Yeah, she's no Panotech B. Yeah, the Tech B. Yeah, I'll show you the difference. Like,
I think you can enhance her boob highlights in a way that you will like better. They just did a shitty job of it.
so this is the model that she's like...
Oh yeah, that's definitely cute. It's like Pan Am.
Yeah, she's no Tech B.
She looks like a modern Pan Am girl. It's cute.
I think that's actually what she's supposed to be like. Anyway, so it's sorry, it's taking me a long time to get this one off. I forget his name, but he was the Jack caster in Signar who made all the jacks really, really fast.
His horsey looks really tired.
Yeah, it's coming down a hill.
Gotcha.
Because he's supposed to be like a scout, but I loved him because he had this like steampunk Civil War cap, and I just thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And I absolutely just, I don't know, I really, really dug that. And this has been a model I've wanted to paint for a really long time.
Kind of has like that 80s dystopian look to it, like Back to the Future or Mad Max.
Well, it's supposed to be, what is it, Diesel Punk? Is what they call War Machine? Where it's supposed to be like technology and stuff, but it's all like big boilers and like here's one of the jacks. It's like advanced tech, but
still steampunky.
Yeah, and this is the faction that uses like lightning, very like Nikola Tesla type stuff. Back to the Future is dystopian. Yeah, it's because people still gamble.
Have you seen the second one?
Yeah, idiot. Anyway, so
Because
I found...
definitely living in that timeline right now.
So I found this model along with two jacks that I'll never play, because I'm not going to play the game a lot, but I got this for like $10. And I was like, I will buy that for $10. So I got it for a steal. And I'll paint it on stream, probably. But yeah, I don't know. That was one of these models I've always wanted to buy. And I noticed an opportunity to do it, so I jumped on it.
Glad you could get it for yourself, babe.
And if any of you guys have a problem with that, I'm going to throw Ernie's models in the garbage. Not really, Ernie. They're doing some stuff for it for PCN. And so I think I just wanted to have something so I could go over there and play. But no, I am not playing War Machine in any real sense of the word. Like, I'll probably play with Cyril. That's probably about it. I mean, especially now with Summer Plunder going on. No. He's playing everything. He can't help himself. I'm not playing. All right. Nah, it's mostly like a painting thing. But apparently, Steamforge games are very friendly with PCN. I'm not getting any of the benefits of that, but they really enjoy the game. Let's put it that way. Hey, I'm right behind you playing everything. After I get my pirates halfway done, I'm going to abandon them and either paint Rastlers or build Mecha. Why do you got to stop halfway? Why don't you just finish Summer of Plunder? You just finish all of them? By the end of Summer of Plunder, the new Gundam game will be out. I admit, I have a weird, morbid curiosity, but like I was just saying earlier, it's like I really do not want to play another game. If it's like a really, really good game, I'm sure I'll feel the pull. Or I might just paint them, you know. Hail Xeon. But yeah, it mostly just comes down to, I think that we got to have like a cycle of games, you know. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of Blood and Plunder, and then we're going to be doing a lot of Trench Crusade once that starts, because I think we're going to start the campaign for that right after Summer of Plunder, I believe, is
Who's this guy?
That's Trench Crusade. We were just talking about it.
Oh, he needs to be painted. I think he looks cool.
He's a priest. He's a sniper priest.
He's a sniper priest. I thought he might be like something from Star Wars, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that other guy that's in there. Do you know the other Trench Crusade model I painted? The guy with the shield that you were all falling over?
With the
He's got the sword on his shoulder. Looks like a knight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I love that. That's the ones that Wilmar was painting that I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
Something about those models, just the detail.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They actually...
crevices are just ideal.
The Trench Crusade people were just saying they got new plastics coming out soon. So that's nifty.
What were they? Were they plastics? Before?
Those are all... It's all 3D printed resin.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, their models are great.
Are plastics always better?
They're more easily accessible. So if somebody doesn't have a printer. So you know how Port Royal is the way it is? The guys that made the game that Port Royal is based on made Trench Crusade. I don't know if she's listening to me.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What?
So you know how you like Port Royal?
Yeah.
So the guys that made the game that Port Royal is based on made Trench Crusade. So it's another. It's another
time.
Yeah, more time. So it's very like you roll at the end of the game to see what happens to your guys.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
very like that kind of game.
I kind of like that.
It's fun. It could be really
Scary.
It could be yeah. It could be a real ass
We
clenching.
lost everybody.
Right. It could be a real butt clencher. That's for
I
sure.
need some coins for those rolls. I'm sorry. Can you
That's
put that back up? sure Mike can't spell your drinking for bits.
Just want the Brits to come out. I'm not putting that company under any kind of like timeline stipulation. Save Progress Inc. Hello. I don't think I'm familiar with who you are, buddy. Welcome. By the end of summer, Plunder, 24 mile, just join us with Ember Obsidian. It's basically a Gundam with swap parts. I will never play Ember. It could be the greatest game in the world. I can't stand those models. Where can I find this? Man, Trench Crusade. Trench Crusade is really cool. If I got in Trench Crusade, it's Black Grail. Black Grail's a good try. I almost did Black Grail because I'm a big Nurgle guy. Waiting all your time. Wasting all your time. In 9 weeks, guess I should probably paint those next. I'm looking. I can't spell shit. I think you rated us one time, and we followed you from that. Unless I'm wrong. Save Progress Inc. We probably did. And I'm trying to remember a face. I would remember your face. I mean, I might have forgotten the name. If that's the case, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know there's a nice painted Heretic Legion squad that I have to not buy multiple times. Well, welcome, Mr. The Save. We are painting a local guide for Blood and Plunder, and we're painting Kane for War Machine. But we very commonly paint War Machine. We paint a lot of Cyberpunk. What else do we paint a lot of? I'm drawing a blank. Infinity. We used to play a lot. We used to paint a lot of Infinity. That's coming back at some point. All your time. All your time. All your time. I hate you. I've been staring at the Sniper Priest for like months. That model's been sitting on my desk forever. Okay. I will say, guys, if there was ever a game you wanted me to get into, if you can get Kara into it, you have a very insanely high chance that I will play. She pulls the levers. She definitely does not steer the ship, but she very much controls the headwind. So it has the movement. It's good to see. Good to see you're sticking your head out again. Okay. Kara, I think, would really like that game, actually. It's stupid. It's just a stupid game. Kara's over there not paying attention to me, so... And this is one of the main reasons I don't want to really get all that involved in War Machine, is because painting their models takes forever. Kara should play War Machine. They have pirate trolls. There are games made for Kara, then there are games not made for Kara. Kara could never play War Machine. There's no chance in ever living hell that she would enjoy that game.
Is it anything like 40K?
It's a game where if you put a model slightly in the wrong place, you lose.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like
Yeah,
that.
she'd despise it. If you're
I'm
like,
not that smart.
oh, if I put my caster behind my warjack, I won't get shot. Oh, but I happen to have the ability that slams your war machine and then it crushes your warcaster. Kara, let me get you into craps. It's a dice game you can become rich from. Total opposite from most dice games. I'm already a big addict for craps. That's why I don't play it.
Dude, I'm much more of a roulette girl. I can really play those roulette numbers. That 50-50 is kind of my jam. My my math brain can make that work with enough seed money.
Enough seed money. Sheesh. Good, almost got my office done. And the garage will be done this weekend so I can start hosting parties. During the cleaning this weekend, though, something bit me. The doc thinks I have numbness in my right leg. Something bit you? If it's causing numbness, it was probably some kind of spider. Kara should play War Machine. They have pirate trolls. They do. I bet you'd really like the models. So, here's the thing. Cord. My man, Cord. You're about to get me to go down this, like, thing. This idea I've had for a long time. Cord. So, I've been thinking about doing a narrative... Blood and Plunder, like, self-run campaign-y thing here in Massachusetts. And it would introduce fantasy elements to it. And I think if it worked how I imagined it, she might be able to play the trolls in Blood and Plunder. God, you don't do slots on a cruise. International gambling doesn't have the safety nets that Vegas does. What the hell are you guys talking about? It's free money. I won $200 on a cruise with it and then lost $100 on slots because everyone else wanted to play slots. Never play slots.
Never, ever.
Slots are awful. I know it was free money at this point. Yeah, that's true. So I'm thinking that if I do this Blood and Plunder thing, it's going to introduce fantasy elements, and then you could use models from other games and stuff. So I was thinking there definitely would be like some Cthulhu elements. There would be some undead pirates and stuff elements. I would definitely add, you know, like something like the troll, like something where the models like that already exist. I think that would be a blast. Surely you mean a narrative Napoleonics game called Austerlitz or Bust. Well, that game hasn't come out yet, bud. And yet again, I stand here telling you that that game does not have Austrians in it. It does have some German. It has German elements from all the other countries. So, like, the King's German Legion is in there. I don't know if Hanover's in there. Yeah, King's German Legion's in there. There's a lot of Polish stuff, like the Polish Lancers and stuff you can play in it, but yeah. Cad Wallen has pirate goblins. No, they all ran away. I'm bringing Lizardman if we're doing that. I don't know if Lizardmen belong on boats, though. Anyway, I was thinking it would kind of be like a Sea of Thieves kind of situation. It would be a magical land where there were no mosquitoes. So not everybody would die instantly of disease. Giant mosquitoes. They train you in one go. They sting you right in your butt. And they suck all your butt out. You ain't got no butt, and then you're dead. Okay. 10 o'clock. Guys, do you guys want to whip it out?
Watch your butt.
You're damn right. Especially when those giant mosquitoes are around. They'll grab your butt and they'll suck your butt right out of your butt. If enough people want to do a whip it out, we will do it. I was just super in the mode. And since I wasn't here yesterday, I gotta catch up.
No new friends and no exes.
I'm crashing. Gotta still adjust back to American time. Yeah, bro, I get that. If you're going to bed, go to bed. I'll catch you tomorrow, pal. Touch me later. Yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. Like I said, I'm more than likely I got an opening at some point. As in professional. Absolutely. I couldn't think of doing it any other way. Oh, by the way, Jay, are you still here? Were you professionally American while on your European tour? He might have already left. Happy birthday, Wilmar. Where you been, buddy? You just get off of work or something? Oh, you're at Squabbling? Oh, that's cool. Were you playing... Did you get another game of Malifaux in? Yeah, you had another Malifaux game. You feeling any better about it? Against Jack... Oh, Christ. Listen, you just said against Jackdaw, so if it's against Jackdaw, I expect you to say, like, it was a miserable experience. So here we are. Alright, here we go. It was a good game. Okay, there we go. It was a good game, but I am still raging against the game and the rules. It continues to be an okay at best edition. Sure. Is Jackdaw's strategy still make the other person not able to play? Or did they switch that up? Also, Wilmar, if it makes you feel better, or well, it's not gonna make you feel better.
Happy
Happy birthday, Wilmar!
Kara said happy birthday. As you can see, I'm still not out on the Infinity game. And that slow grow's coming. So anybody in the Massachusetts area on the East Coast, there will be a Infinity Grow League at Alpha Omega starting later this month.
Yeah, poor Bubby's sleeping over there.
Oh gosh, sleepy bub. Who's touching so many different beds. I'm gonna go to it as much as humanly possible, but it being on Sundays is kind of weird. But that's okay. I'm gonna do my best. It might just mean that I don't do as much stuff on the weekdays. No, he kind of does still do that. He gives this annoying upgrade that you can't get rid of unless you spend a soul stone as a trigger, and if you get rams, you have to use it, and it makes your action fail, so that part sucked. Yeah, I'm not sure that's a new edition thing. That's just a, that's just a jackdaw thing. It's a slow league, emphasis on the slow. Well, it'd be a really good way for me to get back into Infinity, though. Hey, if it gets me playing an army that I already own, it keeps me out of trouble. Like, instead of weeks, it's months. Sure. Okay, yeah, I can definitely do that. Is it one of those things where you get told who your opponent is and then you schedule it on your own, or is it just get a game in with whoever? On better news, we started using the classified deck. Andre got to choose the mission with his beefy BTS 6 guys, and without reading the mission, he chose Biotech 4. Wow, what a Chad. What I've learned is it don't matter what your save is. It doesn't matter what your saving stat is. We're all gonna die. Carl told me that. That makes sense. I got him to the side. I still gotta find the koalas. I just got back. None of this matters. None of this matters. I did a lot of house cleaning today, actually. I threw away a couple more boxes.
Packed some stuff.
Yep, packed a couple more things.
Her house husband today.
Yep.
I My kitchen trash is still full, but the day's not over yet.
There's still time for me to disappoint. I'm hoping I'm going to sell a little bit more Necromunda stuff. Talking to a guy. Talking to a guy. I was like, hey, hombre, you wanna buy some Nec...
How did daytime producer outlast nighttime producer?
Kara's been on this weird thing where she doesn't go to bed anymore. And Mike said he was tired just from the time zone change.
See, the time zone change makes me... When the days get longer, I get more energy. I think I have a very good, like, heart rhythmic, whatever that thing is, that makes you want to go sleepy or be awakey. It has to do with sunlight and...
Circadian rhythm?
Yeah, that's the one.
I see.
That's why I love having you around.
Is it because I pay rent? That's one of my favorite things.
No, your favorite thing is Sleepy Tea. You want me to start it?
Only 10.
Huh?
No, it's only 10.
Okay. I just put a cup out for you. Spoon.
I'm hoping that they made the Taskmaster better, because last edition he was okay, I guess. He left something to be desired, I'll put it that way. Honestly, in this meta, he was fine. Yeah, that's true. In the cat and Mr. Cat Turd meta. I like the model, so I'll paint and play him until I unlock new tech. Yeah, definitely at my peak infinityness, the things that got painted were just the things that happened to be good.
You
Anybody
won't believe
who's
this,
anybody
but my
better
Uber
be
Drive
a,
has a card of third with
sword
ever
bar
basement on his
TV.
dashboard.
There's a card of third. Oh. What, Kara?
I said, anybody who's anybody better be at the store tomorrow to see me.
I think all the people that are going to be there on a Tuesday will be there.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Alex Garcia? Don't you love it when art heart manifests like that, Wilmer.
I will be there for some dang cyberpunk.
Alright, kids, I'm going to bed.
Josh is here. Good night, Kara. Well, it's summer of plunder time, Josh. We're plundering.
I got so much booty today.
It's true. You did get a lot of booty. I got a lot more, but I happen to be an expert.
Yeah. Brag about it.
Got a Brachiosaurus Rex in the room. Good night.
Love you.
Love you too. I didn't tell you to play. I said that we're bootying tomorrow. It doesn't matter what is going on. I'm getting booty. Just sell Malifaux off. Shit's dead. Dead game. Nobody plays Malifaux. Nobody. Yeah. Walmart's the corner. What he says goes.
Extra, extra. Hear all about it. Word shot Malifaux in the face.
John Weird. Well-known serial killer. Suspect at large. Did you put it on APB? We need an all points bulletin on a John Weird. What does John Weird look like? Looks like a redheaded male of busty composure, wielding a greatsword. Armed and dangerous. And very sexy. Alias Dr.D. That son of a gun. Hell no, I ain't no guild sympathizer. I hear he used Cooper's rifle. I got a red choker on the damage flip. Oh my god, dude. Ain't nothing gonna be able to survive that. Is Coop in the game yet? You think my wife out of this? Oh, my sweet, sweet waifu. No, not a single fun model in 4th? Sheesh. What are you talking about? Lady J's out. What am I doing? I'm using the wrong color. What am I doing? I'm just a big old silly Billy. Yeah, I wonder if it will go like Wild West Exodus did, take it out into buried in shallow grave. I have a lot of Wild West Exodus stuff over there. I still want to paint it just because I think it's super cool looking, because I love the Union, and I love cowboys and stuff. So I would actually probably still paint that just for fun, but yeah, that game ain't doing so hot right now, is it? Gary's out. Jackdaw, Castor, Hoffman, and what's his face? Oh god, what, Seamus? Seamus is out. Yep. I think Ivan's out, isn't he? Three hours with Brandon and got in 2 turns. No Ivan. Well, butts. Well, is that because... Why do you think that is, though, Josh? Before I make any assumptions. Why do you think the game still takes too long? They can try all they want. Their game will not get any shorter. I'll tell you that right now. Because it's not a game problem. It's a player problem. I never really had issues finishing my games. Because it's not a game system problem. It's a fucking player problem. Guess what? It's not going to get much better. Yeah, the game might be a little bit shorter. But people are still going to take 3 hours to do their friggin' turn. Wait, they changed Karai so much I had to completely ruin everything. I doubt I'll play Malifaux. I just want to paint the Gremlin Kin. Yeah, you see, the Gremlin Kin are really cool, right? Because they're all very like individualistic and stuff. Like all the family members are great. Kin are a really good collection of models, and they're also good. So even if you did ever eventually play it, the Kin are good. Well, they used to be. Again, no idea what's going on with them now. I got a full 2 games of Cyberpunk in that time with almost the same size table and about the same model count. Yeah. Yep. And again, I don't think Brandon's even a slow player. It's the cat turd meta thing. All over again. All over again. You guys can never see the whites. The whites are always so bright. Well, there's a very easy way to get back at them, Wilmar. What you do is you buy multiple boxes that you can play Blood and Plunder with. That's how you get back at John Weird. I try to ignore the whites. Wow. I was actually talking to John Weird, and he said that that was the key to getting under his skin. With the Summer of Plunder going on, man. The getting's good. They're getting real good. You say that, but I have never had issues finishing Infinity, Legion, Cyberpunk, any games with Malifaux, any reasonable time. Well, you didn't answer my question. Why do you think it took too long? I didn't accuse you of anything, Josh. I'm saying that the players are the issue. Because the game is so... like, it's very paralyzing with decision-making. Which is, you know, a benefit and also a downside of it. Brandon is definitely a talker. Yeah, Josh is also a talker. Yeah. I'm so close to a fully planted Tiger Call gang. If I ever find a league around me, I'll be set. I probably will sell some stuff. I doubt I'll ever get to Hamlin or Dita. I still have that model for you. Not now that I have to relearn the new edition. Also, the amount of time I spend playing Cyberpunk. Are you actually going to be at the shop tomorrow, Josh? If that's the case, I can bring the Nephilim. At least in that case, you can sell the whole box. Because whoever you sell it to is going to need the totem. You're in 10 minutes. Okay. I will do my best to remember it. Anytime I get a model out of my house, I'm happy. Sure, I could see that. Yeah. Yes, and I never have issues finishing any game of Malifaux while talking my head off. I mean, it's true. It's true. Just by the way, guys, this apron was supposed to be yellow. I totally got distracted while we were talking. There you go, guys. This just in. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I can't pretend to know what you're going through right now, but you let go, okay? Thank you. If you need anything, you know who to look to. Someone else.
That means a lot, bud. I have a feeling I know who said that. Oh, it was Wilmar. No, not saying it's a good thing, but you have been personally robbed of a good experience. I played 19 games and only ever finished 3 rounds max. Of the new edition, or are you talking about just in general? Because me and you definitely got to the end. Well, again, Josh, you can't like go into it and not like think about like why that's the case though. Mythical 5 turns. I'm like, what do you think in the process is what's causing you to not make it? You know, this lady has a suspicious amount of jewelry on her. Well, I think at the beginning of turn 4, I concede. Okay, well, that's not the game. That's not the game. It was a heavy and hot back and forth. Everybody was a heavy on back. Pirates carried their wealth on their person. This isn't a pirate, though. This is supposed to be like a villager. This is supposed to be a guide. A hostage. I'm thinking maybe we paid her. Like, will you be our guide? And we will pay you in shiny, shiny objects. And I didn't count those weird 3 games from PAX East. Me and you definitely got to turn 5 or whatever. Unless you conceded on 4. I don't know. Whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I like effing around, but when I'm playing, I want to play. A game that doesn't get to at least, like, the turn before the last turn leaves open the idea that, well, it might have been different if we just finished the game, and I don't like leaving that on the table. Honestly, a lot of my games were learning, which is slow, and teaching games, which are slow. Then a few against really slow players. You and I actually played the game. One of the few have also gotten some weird games in a Death. Yeah. Which, how did those go? Oh yeah, I forgot. I guess we haven't really talked since then. Holy shnikes, man! It's been a hot minute. Yeah, how did it go at Adepticon? Your games, that is. I don't know if we ever really actually talked about your games at Adepticon. Wait a minute, Adepticon. Yeah. Did you do the bingo? That was Adepticon. Oh my god. That feels like 1,000 years ago. Did you do the bingo? I don't remember. I remember you were talking about it. Yeah, it's wild. Actually, it's kind of wild how much stuff I've done since Adepticon. I've been professionally speaking, I've been all over the place. Hey, just so you know, Chris, this looks like a French lady. She's probably living on like Tortuga or something, and she's helping me kill your dudes. What do you think about that? Teaching games. I don't think I've ever got to play him. It's fun. I mean, playing against Josh is always fun. He gets distracted, and there's a certain point where you gotta slam your foot down. Sister Nethcon, May and April were not good months for me. One was good. Second was with 2 players that didn't care, and my third opponent had to bounce, and I was stuck playing a second game. Second crew while playing mine, a crew I've never played. Yes, bingo. Well, it's not gonna work. It's already too late, Chris. We're gonna find your little French towns, and we're just gonna push all the trash cans on the ground. Tell him. What are you even talking about? When we only played a game, you abandoned us. Don't listen to him. He's a Spanish supporter. My boob's gonna poop. You can't say that. You can't say that. If the Spanish win this year again, it's because of the people that did nothing. That's who's gonna get looked at egregiously. Bobby, shut up. They'll walk away with thunderous applause. I can't make it to Webway, and I need to unload all the Malifaux before I buy a new game. Are you really gonna sell all your Malifaux? We'll not be there tomorrow, but we'll be there Sunday. Well, that's good. I almost asked what's happening on Sunday. I almost asked. I was like, wait a minute. I'm doing something Sunday. I can't go to whatever Chris is going to. Oh, wait. It's the thing I'm running. You don't have to go to Webway, buddy. I can meet you anywhere. I love you. But I do understand the needing to sell things first. Webway, not Webway, I'm sorry, Mind Taker. Hell of a drug, man. I love you. I love you. I love you. I can't. You really don't like the new edition. I am at least considering selling off a good chunk because I don't think I can support this new edition. Mentalk, the mind taker. It's depressing how much you do seem legitimately upset, Wilmar. I gotta say, you don't usually show emotions other than contempt for others that love you, but yeah, you're like legitimately not happy with this edition. It's quite the thing to see. I hate it for you, man. You're usually so like depressed, but like in a normal way. I can't say I really know what you was going through, Wilmar, but please let go. Oh, thank you. You know who you can turn to if you need some help, though. Actually, you really don't like the original. What brought about the Mentalk comment?
Someone else.
Somebody else. I think I'll be done with the rest of my non-Yujing Infinity and some Malifaux and probably some Legion. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Proceed with your case. I will play 3rd edition for sure at the drop of a hat. I kind of joked about it to a but I'm basically mourning 3rd edition. Oh, man. I feel, you know what, it's kind of weird. I kind of feel that way for, like, some of the older editions for Fantasy. Like, I really, really wanted to enjoy Old World, and I think Old World's actually really good. But I've noticed that when it comes to playing games with the Warhammer people, you're really, really doing a crapshoot. If you can find someone else who's, like, you know, narratively based, I think Old World is real good. It's the best way to play the game, in my opinion. Oh, men talk to my... Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. They used to use him as a logo. I think they must have gotten in trouble or something because it's not their logo anymore. I used to remember on Hobby Bunker, their little advertisement would be up there and it'd be Men Talk the Mind Taker. And I always used to laugh at it. I feel like 3rd was really comfortable playing, felt right, flowed nice, everything just fit. The one game I got of 4th just felt, I don't know, odd, but like it was a brand new game, like a cheap Malifaux knockoff, yet I was actually Malifaux, like they sold off the call center to India. Oh, I thought you played more 4th edition than that. You see, it's kind of sad, because I feel like I can't get a real read from the people that play it. Like, you know, Brandon. Like, I just don't think I can... I don't think I can trust his opinion. Because he's obviously, like, into it. And even Jeff is like, yeah, I'm just not going to play this until the play test thing is over. Which, that's where I'm at. I just don't want to be a part of the play test. That's not my idea of a good time. Guys, we're gonna do it. We're gonna finish a model in one session.
He's already dead.
Yeah. Just the one, okay. That's exactly a Malifaux at home. It's a Malifaux at home, just a washed out version. If you want a game of fourth, I'll do it for you. Yeah, I feel like the big three ain't going to really say how they feel at this point in the edition. This one's it's already dead. If only they could just fix the mechanic that, you know, I think ruins the game. If only. If only it was an actual game where you had to play with the models you brought to the table, and that was it. Like when you show up, you're like, hey, I brought these 8 models that I have to play with. It's a damn shame that by the time the game is over, I'm going to have 15. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, though. Josh, I have to tend to agree. Like, I've read the rules. I like some of the differences. I haven't played it. But it comes down to, like, the real question, Walmart. Do you think it's a question... Do you think it's an issue of... Do you think it's a rulebook issue, or do you think it is the gangs are just not interesting kind of situation? Because one is a lot easier to fix than the other. Also, by the way, everybody hanging out, absolutely thank you for hanging out with us. The stream's been... I've been having a good time. A lot of laughs, some tears, some booty. There's a lot of booty, that's for sure. A lot of making fun of Wilmar not playing Blood and Plunder. I'm also frustrated with the new Legion edition, how poorly they handled the release, as well as the Infinity release as well. I feel like the only game that hasn't burned me yet in this last Cyberpunk. Yeah. I'm definitely... I can feel myself coming back to Infinity. I'm definitely getting the vibe back for it. Like, you know, I ordered some models for it. I think once I start painting it, that is going to be the point of, like, okay, yeah, I'm back. I'm back, baby. But it's just an interesting thing, right, where I have bought significantly less models this year, and I've been painting like a beast, and I actually feel like I'm starting to get on top of it. And I still have way too much stuff that is just like, it just needs paint. And it's been kind of driving me nuts. Yeah, nuts. Like, I felt kind of like really bad about the War Machine thing. But I was thinking to myself, like, no, I should do this for PCN. So that, you know, I go out there, we play, we get some more exposure for it. I mean, I'll have a Legion army in not too long, Mr. Josh. I'm sure we could play that. I really do actually mean to come out to your house. It's just been a case of, like, I've just had way too much stuff that always lands on my weekends. And I know that Summer Plunder is going to make it a little tricky just because Kara and I are pretty dedicated to, like, getting at least 2 games a week. And that's usually, you know, like, I give myself 2 days a week to play games. Yeah, same. I haven't touched my new stuff until I finish the Warcraft stuff. I started painting a couple Karai models I started, and then the Wild things for Cyberpunk. I ain't painting anything new. You mean what? Did I want to come out to your place? If it's because you didn't hear me, I can speak louder. I just need to know what you didn't hear. I guess you have been gone. You don't know the full story of this. Tisdale sending me an army. It was what? It's his payment for that model I painted for him. Just let it out. Just let it out. We're here for you. I love Star Wars. I love movies. And they just announced the new release for Shadow Collective. It's Hondo. I was like, oh, that's cool. I really like Hondo. I was typing a paragraph for how I feel about the rules and the crews and just stopped it. Stopped and deleted it. I mean, you could just sum it up quick, right? Do you think it's a rules issue, or do you think it's a just the crews aren't very interesting issue? It just stopped. You don't have to. I was gonna say you don't have to type a long thing. It's fine. Let it out. I mean, if there's anybody on this earth that's gonna actually listen and try and validate you, it's gonna be us, buddy. I mean, me and you pretty much like the same exact shit. And just so everybody knows, look at what paint I used. You see that? Yeah. We're not talking about it anymore. Just look. I do that a lot, type a whole story, and then I'm like, meh. Meh. I can see how that might be kind of confusing on the Legion thing. I could see I can see how that would be. How that would be a little surprising. And if it just to add to it, Josh, I almost even considered hiring somebody to paint it for me. Like the thought went through my head for almost an entire day. Boys, we did it. We finished a model. I was about to go to bed, but now I'm here for the tea of Wilmar. Quick, as soon he feels vulnerable. Everybody makes fun of him. You have opinions about stuff. You're so stupid. Rules issues come down to bad choices from what seems like someone who played MCP. Yeah, there's a lot of MCP vibes from it. I have to agree with you on that one. And was like, you know what Malifaux needs? Rules like that. Handicapping the red jokers, and then making the game faster by making everyone with higher speed values, and then taking a dump on soul stones. I'm here for an angry rant. Listen, I'm always down for Legion still. I mean, yeah, I'll be down if I own it, that's for sure. And I told Tizzy I would try and paint it and get it ready for Adepticon next year, so we could play it on stream. So I'll have to learn how to play it. I'm glad it wasn't just me that noticed that MCP vibe. Because it has that weird, like this Malifaux thing, and it was especially something Brandon was like talking about, was like just the ability to go up and down buildings and stuff. And I'm just like, why is that? It's not like that was something that I remember being an issue. Like most of the terrain and stuff in Malifaux is not. It wasn't really buildings anyway. Like, I don't know how to word this. Like, you couldn't get on top of buildings, but it wasn't, like, necessarily something I was, like, really pining to do. At no point was I like, man, this game would be so much better if I could just get on top of stuff. Because you couldn't, like, the way charges and stuff work, like, the fact that a charge is a push is so infuriating. Because you can't, like, charge over walls and stuff. It's, like, so stupid. Like, the Malifaux movement rules are kind of stupid, in all honesty. They always have been. Like, you have to think about angles and stuff when you're charging. Like, you can't just, like, go around corners and stuff. It's just dumb. So, like, you'll always be rewarded in that game for having a 2-inch melee. And there was essentially just, like having a 1-inch melee in that game is effing debilitating. At least in the old edition. Okay. Oh, God! Hey, she's done. We did it. She's ready to help me kill all of Chris's Frenchmen. Because they're stupid. Never did more than 2 or 3.
Look at that booty, show me the booty, give me the booty, I want the booty, back up the booty, I need the booty, I like the booty, oh what a booty.
Still got 30 minutes. Keep working on this did. Yo, I will gladly play that on stream, and I finally have 3 fully painted arms. Oh, that's sick. I like some of them, but they're just like, they feel like punishment. Like Christ could lost an entire agility. Unless you spend a soulstone ability, I think is what you meant to say. And honestly, dropping the damage didn't speed it up, just neutered things. I think some things needed to be neutered. I think some of the damage was a little high. Like, 3 min beaters were like a thing. They always have been. Anything that can do a minimum damage of 3 in the Malifaux game is just way too good. My dude. Yo, I will go. Crew issues come down to weird design choices. Dropping damage flips is okay. But then everyone has a bad damage value. Summoning still sucks, and only Terra has it right. But every crew does it different because we have 60 keywords, and we release in 2 months at Gen Con and have like 4 people doing the rules. It feels like the terrain thing comes from, well, no one is buying our terrain, so let's make rules to get people to buy. Yeah, actually, that's an interesting way to look at it. Everyone has garbage damage, and also health went up. So in my game, I killed 4 models that had like 5 health apiece, but my opponent didn't kill any of mine because they had too much health. You are punished for engaging in combat by being stuck in a tar pit. Yeah, if you draw 6, 7, 8, those guys are dead. Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? I kind of like the empower mechanic. I thought that was super neat. Well, I appreciate you sharing. I think it's very interesting things to think about. All right, what are we doing next? We should probably do the armor trim I actually need your guys' opinions on this. If you need something to kind of distract you, Omar. So, the Signar colors are yellow, yellow, blue, and like white, I think. I was thinking. No, it's just blue and yellow for the most part. I don't know what color to paint the armor trim. Thanks to Omar, I will now have Malphone nightmares. Thanks, buddy. Do you think this should be... Do you think I should paint it yellow, or do you think I should just paint it gold? Come on, focus. Good night, Josh. Like this, you know, the armor trim. Should I do that in gold, or should I do that in... I was originally thinking white. But I don't know how that would look. So here. So, this is his studio paint job. I obviously deviated from it. I don't like brown. I don't like the brown coat thing. So, I like my black. I like my black and yellow coat thing. You think the gold would look close to the yellow? That's what I'm worried about. Because if that's the case, I would just paint the trim yellow as opposed to gold. And then, like, here is some other models in that army. By the way, these models are sick. Like this chick right here, that is such a sick model. I guess the real question is do you want it to look uniform? Yeah, I guess, kinda. Because even, like, here, right, they painted this in gold. None of this is yellow. There's no yellow on this model. Or am I trying to break it up? I kind of want to just keep it uniform, because it's an army game, you know? I guess I have to... Is this going to become a... I guess I might just be down to having to do non-metal metallic gold. I actually think is what this is about to turn into. Yeah, I think that's what's about to happen. I think this is about to turn into non-metal metallic. You may need some white panels like those war things. Yeah. So, that doesn't have the war thing. I'm thinking that there's some like little armor panels right here. This one was going to be white on the one I'm working on. I was going to make his handkerchief white. And I think the rest of it might be mostly browns, just because it's a neutral color. Yeah, this is about to turn into. Well, that's not fun, but I guess that's what you got to do. Because, like I said, this isn't really for me to play it. I'll be honest. This is mostly I guess I'm just looking to challenge myself. So I guess non-metal metallic it is. Do you think that's the right move, Omar? You're kind of the other big painter in this room. Because you figure all these straps and stuff are they're all going to be brown. I do need to find some other places to get white on this guy. Yeah, I wouldn't say big. It's just a it's just an itty bitty. Well, I'm just saying, if I were to ask you if if I wanted to do non-metal metallic here, what would you say, Chris?
I'm just a baby.
No, just slop some yellow. Oh no, not the yellow. Oh no. Slop some yellow. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing. Alright, so we got like 15 minutes, guys. I'm gonna start doing my outro now so that when I'm done I can just leave. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I've been Dr. D. We did this was a great stream. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Glad we could talk Malifaux, glad we could talk Blood and Plunder. Glad we could, you know, just hang out, really. It's a great stream. Thank you very much for hanging with me. Some of my favorite people were here. I love Chris. I love Josh. I love Wilmar. I love Kara. I love Josh. I'm pretty sure I said Josh. Actually, that'll be white. I've just been in a real good mood lately. I had a great trip to KC. It was definitely something I think I might have to go to every year. Just because it gave me continuing hours and it was actually enjoyable. That definitely doesn't not happen every single time. I got most of my second sloop built and some Maliste Canadi. My God. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you managed to do with the French. Yeah, a lot of the North America stuff for France is really cool. Because you get like the Royal Marine guys, the French like Marche. That was another thing I learned more about while I was reading all the books. Just like how France was doing stuff in the colonies. Just gotta slop some blue. Slop. Give them the slopping. You can't, Chris, you can't just slop paint on stuff. You can't keep getting away with this. And then at some point, I'm hoping this month or next month, we will do our Tenacious D stream, where we will give out the Kyle Gas and Jables models that were very graciously bestowed to us by Wilmar. He has a friend who printed them out for us, and he gave them to me for free. Wait, Mama Gaga. We challenge you to a rock-off. Boom, boom, boom. Give us one chance to rock your socks off. Bang, bang. Slop. Slop chop. The French never had the numbers because none of them wanted to leave a country as beautiful as France. Well, they kind of did because they forced their colonial troops to serve full terms. Full enlistment periods. Sun King got his way, man. He's like, nobody makes me feel sad. It was that, or making you pay up and having you not make rent. Not making rent or something. Yeah, that particular month, it was a little hard up. Just because of the way certain paychecks and certain things that had went through. But that's been resolved, thankfully. Thank you, though. Yeah, when you're, like, doing a lot of the saving stuff that I have to do for this business buy, bro, let me tell you, it's effing crazy.
Yeah, my paychecks weren't clearing and the 7 OnlyFans I'm subscribed to up their prices. Rough month, man.
Yeah, it's, you know, when it all happens at once, you know, it's a when it rains it pours kind of thing, you know? OnlyFans. You think I'd give money on OnlyFans? Lols. Dude, it's not OnlyFans. It's people who draw awesome H anime. So many belts. You're only as cool as how many belts you're wearing. Wilmar, were you here when I was talking about the HM? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Anime bobas. Did I tell you the story about the model I've been wanting to paint forever? This guy? This old War Machine model? And just how, like, incredibly sick this model is? Sick. And the reason I loved him was because he's got a... So, way back in the day when we were playing War Machine back in, like, 2nd edition, I played a little bit of Signar, but I never got this guy because he needed a bunch of jacks. And he's not really... He's sort of... He's, like, sort of in the game, but... I bought him because I've always wanted to paint him, but I found him for, like, $10 on eBay. And I love him because he has this, like, Civil War hat. And it's just a really cool model riding around on a horse. And he's like supposed to be like a scout. So he would run around with jacks and we'd make him like super, super fast. So you'd have these like giant behemoth looking jacks and they'd like run through the woods. Just like smash somebody. Those are back. Those are the good old. Nobody played him because everybody thought he was bad. But his model is absolutely incredible. So it was one of those things where I decided I need to start painting stuff that I want to paint. Or I'm gonna lose my mind. You're gonna make me lose my mind. Up in there. And then have it. Kelpie. Well, because I think he's supposed to be like scouting, right? So he's just walking down the little rock. They're going on a little adventure. You know? You know? He didn't pose the horse. That's just where the horse happened to be. Don't be ridiculous. Is there anything? I might as well just paint these as gold too. Yeah, I think I gotta paint that gold too. Oh man, you know, it's been a good day. Weather's been great. Got to hang out with a lot of cool dudes. Got a lot of good painting done. Guys, that'll be it for me. This guy might go another week before he's fully done, just because how busy I am. But we'll see. The next big model that we finish will definitely be Chris's model. Just to get it up and out, because I don't think it's going to take that long. And then after that, I don't think we have anything like super pressing. Just more Cyberpunk stuff. And Blood and Plunder stuff, really. Yeah, more of the same. This good mood is all down to extended break from playing Infinity. You're welcome. Yeah, you might not be wrong. That's the sad part. You may be crazy. But you may be right. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. 11 viewers, I think it's They do not have an STL for Lee. I completely missed that. I missed that comment, sorry. Nope. It sadly may very well be because of that, buddy.
El Turkey's looking kind of sick. There's still the underside of the wings.
Man, VTubers are such a thing these days, aren't they?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Bandai also makes a kit that's just their injection molding machine. It's a kit of the injection molding machine, and that's pretty funny. I like it. I think it's pretty fun.
¿Tú dices que se ve mejor así? Bueno, yo en esa pantalla veo que me veo del mismo color.
That guy speaks Spanish.
I really want to get one of the Evangelion themed crawfish that they make.
path for my desk here actually sticks a couple inches out further than my own desk, and so when things drop, usually they go into the keyboard drawer, thankfully. Usually. Every now and again we'll have a desperate escapee that makes...
Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. You know, give me the old Dr. D. Dr. D Love Fest. You know, give me the old Dr. D. Dr. D Love Fest. I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you Thursday. I'll be here Thursday. Love you.